sign in and all that. Yeah. All right.
Oh, no, yeah.
We'll be alright. Yeah, check on the phone. Alright, first off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings to the elect of Yasha Allah, and salutations to Yakim out there enduring this truth and sincerity and looking forward to getting out of this place, alright? So yeah, we're going to go over 1 Kings, the 3rd chapter. You know, if you had any points, I know I didn't get to read the first two, but if you had any points in the first two chapters you want to bring out, just go ahead and bring them out whenever, you know. But yeah, so reading the 3rd chapter, this is where Solomon prayed to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and he asked for discernment, pretty much, you know, knowledge and wisdom and understanding, you know, to lead the people, you know what I'm saying? And as we get into it, you know, when you look at it, he did it in sincerity, okay? It wasn't no, I'm about to do this. This would be a nice prayer. The Lord will like this. This is something that he really wanted done. All right. So yeah, man. So we just gonna go ahead and so we gonna go ahead and get into it. All right. Go ahead, you go.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 3 and 1. It says, and Solomon made affinity with Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and took Pharaoh's daughter and brought her into the city of David until he had made an end of building his own house and the house of the Lord, and the wall of Jerusalem round about.
Yeah, and that's another point I was thinking of. You know, because Solomon was also who? Yahweh Shai, right? And David had too much blood on his hands to build the house of the Lord. So Solomon ended up building it. And even on the side of that, this whole spiritual house of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, who's the chief cornerstone? Yahweh Shai. Okay? So as Solomon was worthy enough to build the temple of the Lord, he was also, as Yahweh Shai, worthy enough to start out, to first of all, to bring us back. Alright? To reconcile us into the Lord, to the Most High. Okay? Worthy to take upon our sins. Alright? He was worthy to do that. Only him and only him. He was that worthy sacrifice, man. All right? To do so. Okay? Because you have a lot of people nowadays, they just want a position carnally. But you got to realize all of this is through the Spirit. Okay? You are where you're supposed to be is all through the Spirit. It got nothing to do with what you want. It only got to do with the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Hey, because even when David was chosen to fight Goliath, they was looking at the other brothers like, well, this guy's big, this guy's muscular, whatever, you know. But they didn't think that would be, you know, little old David. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you can't be carnal in its truth, man. Hey, before we get into this, grab that John 4:25, I believe. Yeah, it should be 4, like St. John 4:25. Go ahead.
It says to add on to what you were saying, it's a scripture. It says just exactly what you said, bro. It says that the Most High, he pretty much chooses a lot of men on what he liked it best.
Yeah,
you know. So whatever the Most High put upon you, that's on you. You know, you just deal with it. You know, and it's like you can't complain about the lot that you're given, man. You know, because you got to think about your lot. Your lot could be much worse if the Most High wanted it to be.
It could be worse.
You know?
It could be not to make it. It could be not to understand this truth, get this truth, and all of that. That's why it's about the sincerity, man. Okay, I really wanted to dwell on that word sincere, which it'll go back to. But it's about, hey, matter of fact, we gonna get we gonna have to bring the brother Raj scripture out too, man. That Joshua, you know, after a while. But go ahead and get that. We're gonna get that, then we're gonna get back into the Kings.
Joshua first?
No, we're gonna get this one.
St. John chapter 4, verse 24. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
Yeah, it's not just, you gotta be spiritual about it, man. Okay, when it comes to worshiping Yahweh Shem Shai, you got to be spiritual about it. And what a lot of people can't be spiritual to as of now is the fact that you're going to have Israelites that look like the other nations. Okay? There's certain doctrines or you know, certain things in the scriptures that's legal according to our beliefs and culture, but we can't practice them in this society. Okay? That's why it says rehearse the righteous acts, man.
And all right, lawful not expedient.
Exactly, yeah. Because so you just gotta be spiritual. You gotta know when to do what for the most part. If you don't know, then ask somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that way they can give you the proper guidance. You know, don't just ask anybody, of course, but ask the elder over you. All right. Seek counsel before every enterprise. As it says in Sirach. All right. Go ahead. You can grab that.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24. And verse 14. It says, "Now therefore."
Matter of fact, bro, we gonna say that. We gonna hold it. Yeah, we gonna hold that. We gotta get the story of Solomon prayer. Yeah, cause all right, yeah. Go ahead. You get back to the king's time.
This is 1 Kings chapter 3. In verse 2, it says, only the people sacrificed in high places because there was no house built unto the name of Yahweh unto those days. Mm-hmm. And Solomon loved the Lord, walking in the statutes of David his father. Only he sacrificed and burnt incense in high places. And the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there, for that there was the great high place. 1,000 burnt offerings did Solomon offer up on that altar. Mm-hmm. In Gibeon, the Lord appeared unto Solomon in a dream by night. And the Most High said, "Ask what I shall give thee."
Yeah. Hey, and the Lord said the same thing unto us, man. You know, he said, ask, anything you ask for, you're going to receive, basically. All right? Knock on the door and it'll be open unto you. You know, basically, you can go to the Lord for your problems and your wants and your needs, man. But, of course, it can't be anything outside of this world type thing. Lord, bring the kingdom tomorrow. And it don't come and you pissed off. Like, you can't ask and miss, man. All right? That's why this prayer, it was straight to the point, sincere. You know, hey, Lord, I just, you know, I ain't gonna, you know, but we'll wait. Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 6, "And Solomon said, Thou hast showed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth, and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee.
Yep.
And thou hast kept
uprightness in heart and with thee," which is, of course, the heart is the mind, man. Okay, it's not that it was lovey-dovey type deal. It's just the fact that he loved the Most High. I believe that, hey, I probably had to look into that. That's probably why the heart is synonymous with the mind, you know, with the scriptures, as far as the terminology, because seek ye, lay your treasures up in heaven, man. You know, so basically whatever your heart dwells upon, that's what your mind is on. All right? Like, if you love this world, your mind is going to be on this world.
Okay.
All right? If you love Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, your mind is going to be on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? It's going to be towards getting out of here, man. Okay? So his uprightness in his heart was his conduct, his character, his righteousness, and upholding the law and serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Go ahead. I just wanted to bring that out right quick.
It says, and Solomon said, Thou hast shewed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth, and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on the throne as it is this day.
Yeah, because it's nothing better than have, you know, your little one take your spot at a great position as well. You know, being a king over the nation of Israel. All right, just like it tell you, what's that? Sirach, the 30th chapter, I believe. You know, you build your child up so when you gone, huh?
I was gonna get that. I was thinking.
Go ahead. You know, when you gone, you're practically still there. You're pretty much still there. It's not you, but it's you know, something you created, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Something behind it you can be proud of.
Yeah, exactly.
That represents you properly. Like, you know, like when you go to the store, you see a lot of Edomites. You know what I'm saying? They cussing their parents out. You know what I'm saying? Or like even like when you send your child to school, what they always say, you represent me, so you got to dress properly.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you go to school bummy, then that comes back and reflects me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, you know what I'm saying, is...
Yeah. And the same thing with us as a nation of Israel, man. We're supposed to reflect Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Why else would Yahweh leave Yahweh Shai here as an example for us?
Exactly.
Why did he leave? Why did he show us these different miracles that if we follow after certain, like he destroyed kingdoms. He destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep.
That was what an example that if we follow after that,
this is what's gonna happen.
This is the judgment you're gonna get. That's why we say to this day, through the Spirit, that America is Sodom and Gomorrah. Mm-hmm. America's not gonna get away the same. America, these so-called white people know the scriptures, man. You know, it's not like they haven't read the story. It's not like they haven't been. They had forefathers of war that experienced certain things that's biblical, man. So they know that the destruction is coming. They know that they're doing the same acts that Sodom and Gomorrah was doing, that ancient Babylon, the Roman Empire, all these different kingdoms before. They know what's up, man. You know? I just want to throw that out there. I don't want to segue too much, you know, but the Most High let these scriptures here for us an example to follow, man. You know, good and evil. Why do you think that Solomon wanted to know the difference between good and evil, man? Why do you think he asked for that opposed to women and riches and the best wine and all the best cattle of the land? He didn't ask for all that, man. You know, and hey, we're going to get into it, you know? Want me still get the scripture in Sirach, bro?
Yeah. If you not the whole thing, just right to the point.
Shoot. There's Sirach chapter.
Yeah, it goes in.
Yeah, come on. Chapter 30 and verse 1, and then I'm going to jump down to verse 6. It says, he that loveth his son causeth him oft to build the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. Shit.
Yeah, having joy in the end, because he's gonna build him up by chastisement. That's what the Lord is doing to us. We going through hell so we can be worthy to receive the reward that's coming towards us, man. Okay, read that again so I'll make sure I don't miss nothing.
It says, he that loveth his son causeth him oft to build the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end.
The Lord chastens those whom he loves, man. And that joy in the end is what? That your child ain't a nigga. Alright? That your child ain't a homosexual. Alright? That your daughter ain't no hoe out here, man. Okay? That your children are properly carrying themselves as you brought them up, man. And that's what happened. Hey, that's what Solomon was speaking about, man. Alright? I know, you know, my pops feel good that, you know, you allowed me to be in this position that you put me in. Alright? Nothing make a father, you know, more enjoyable, I would say, or you know what I'm saying, I don't want to use the word proud, which is in the same sense, but get that feeling, you know what I'm saying, then they little one wanting to be like them, as long as you know you carrying yourself the right way. Alright?
I'm going to just read it through. It says, he that chasteth his son shall have joy of him in the end, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintances. Mm-hmm. He that teacheth the son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Now this is the point. It says, though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead.
Yeah, yet as though he was not dead. Why? Because you got that image, all right, that persona, that vibration, that character. This is how my dad was. This is how I'm going to be. And he like, I don't mind going out, because I know my child is going to take care of that, man. Okay, I know my child is going to do what I would have done if I had more time, you know?
On the legacy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. It says, for he had left one behind him that is like himself. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. And here's another point. It says, he left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that showed quick kindness to his friends.
Yeah, because what? Because you're gone, but you're still there, man. All right? That's why I like the movie 300, man. All right? He had to go out when he was a little kid to be able to lead the people, man. Okay? He wasn't growing up all up under his mom, ready to be king.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was out there fighting at 10, 11, 12, going out there. He had no shoes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew, his father knew at a point in time, he's going to be king. And I got to do what I'm supposed to do to get him ready for that, man. But nowadays, you got the complete opposite, man. Parents have dropped the ball, okay? But we're not going to get into that, all right?
Yeah, that was into that.
Back in the Kings.
This is Kings, the 3rd chapter, and the, verse 7. It says, and now, O Lord, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people, a people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude.
Yeah, the nation of Israel, man. We are a great people. Why? Is it because of us? Because we are Negro, Latino, the Native? No. It's because of the power we got behind us, man. Backing us, watching over us, man. Because of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he makes us great. All right? It tells you that in Deuteronomy chapter 4, man. The way these people carry themselves, I know it's a strong power behind them, man. Okay? We ain't nothing without Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And that's what people fail to realize, man. And that's the spirit that's going out there. You got people getting high-minded, thinking that they're the reason why they act in this truth, so to speak. And I say this because everybody's not in the truth, man. All right? You just got a lot of strong Christians out there that know that they're Israelites, man. Okay? But if you really in this truth, you looking forward to getting out of here. And guess what? You're going to teach that the so-called white man is a devil. You're going to teach about his judgment. All right? You're going to speak against him, man. Because the scriptures say to do so, man. All right? Hey, because guess what? All right? I'm going to go dwell on that part again of the Sirach 30. The apostles and elders, man, they're spiritually our fathers, man. Okay? As they spiritually had fathers. And guess what? They spiritual fathers passed. And guess what? They spiritual children have the avengers here now against the enemy.
Okay.
And it went down to us, man. Ain't nobody pushing it like the apostles and elders at GMS, man.
That's right.
All right?
Our business might as well be here because his spirit and his vibration is still being pushed in these streets, man.
Yep. Kind of. You know?
Say, we don't die, we multiply.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because it's not like when you know, I don't know the proper title, so I'm just say the elder, our elders, all right, our apostle elders, Abba Bivens, Yaiqua, you know, even RAI, you know, we know what he's going to do at now, Mashai and all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's as if they are still here because they put it upon the apostles and elders and it just went down onto us, man. All right? And like the brother said, we don't die, we multiply because the apostles didn't stop, man. They kept going. Just because they didn't have a camera all the time doesn't mean that they wasn't out there. All right? Yeah. But when they got on YouTube, man, this thing blew up through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, like they always say, this internet is for us. This is our internet.
Yeah, that's when the elites start regretting the internet.
Exactly. Something so great that can make you so much money, but yet you regret it, man. All right, because truth is going to be pushed out. You know, not only this truth. Well, it is this truth because them being exposed for the things that they do is still part of the scriptures.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures say, well, everything done in the dark shall come to light. The scriptures is everything and everywhere. You know, there's no hiding from the scriptures, man. I don't believe in God. The scriptures say that in Psalm 14. You know, it's like
Psalm 14 and Psalm 53.
Like, what you gonna do? Like, you can't run from the scriptures. That's why everybody's gonna be judged according to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah, all right, that you can't run from it. Hey, Shalom, Mike. Yahweh Shem. Go ahead.
Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
God, Shalom.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch this, man. If I could say something to add on to what you brothers was talking about the side, you know.
Con.
And you know, like y'all saying, man, it's a culture. You know what I'm saying? It's always been like that. It's always been from generation to generation. That's why Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, it wasn't just like he picked these people. It was a transferring of teaching. It was from basically, you know, from covenant to covenant type of thing. But Abraham didn't come in doing his own thing. Jacob didn't come in doing a different thing. You know, unless they went off on some level. Everybody was on the same accord to the Lord's will. That's in the prayer itself. Yep. You know, that's how it will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So, I got a quick precept I want to go on to about it. Brothers, can y'all hit me or?
Yeah. Kind, yep.
Philippians chapter 1 and 27 says, only let your conversation be as it becometh the gospel of Yahweh Shai, that whether I come into you or else I be absent, I may hear of your affairs, that ye stand fast in one spirit, with one mind striving together for the faith of the gospel.
Con.
It's like, you know, you were supposed to be me even when I'm not here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We don't need Yahweh Shai to be physically here. Be what Yahweh Shai is.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's in us. He's in us. Why? Because we keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. We keep the culture and the will of the Lord. And once you deviate from the will of the Lord, then you will turn his back on you. Because it's not his will. That's not what he told us to do. Why would he just say something like that?
Con. You know? Beautiful precept too. That was dead on point. In the presence or the absence, you know, the presence or the absence, you supposed to be what you supposed to be, man.
Yeah, you know, the Lord sent us down there, and He dropped you off the lead. He tell you the rules. He with us. He's doing everything, and then when you leave, you like the ass, man.
Kind,
when you're trying to do some new shit or trying to be special. A lot of these niggas trying to be special. I'm about to one up. I'm about to find something deep. Y'all trying to do what he's supposed to do.
Yep.
He left us an example. He fulfilled the will of the Most High.
Yep.
That's our jobs. That's what we are instilled to do down here. Anything outside of that is outside of the power of the Most High. How about you outside? Now it's relying on other elements, which ain't shit, man. You know, the power of the Most High. How about you outside? Is invincible. We can say anything and do anything on the course of the world, and it won't be stopped. You know.
Hey.
So,
No, that's a beautiful point, because the Lord, like, when he got tempted by Satan, he had spiritual power at that moment, you know what I'm saying? He could have proved Satan wrong, but he did what? He took his L and stayed humble and stayed sincere and committed to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's plan, man. He's always talking about his father. I'm hearing about my father, man.
That's right. He had the ability to one up. You know, he could have sent some pieces down and said, here's going to show you some bullshit yesterday to the Most High. He could have sent them to the Most High, had him make out. Even though it's all about fulfilling the will. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about looking good or looking, not being afraid to look bad, things like that, or giving up. He just had one goal, to get the job done.
Yep.
This is your job. Get it done. Even when Peter defended his life, he was like, he called Peter Satan, man. Because it's all about getting the job done.
Oh, that's a beautiful point. I can't.
Because when we trying to use the calling and all that shit, that's the whole calling shit is about doing it your own way.
Yep, Russian.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say, brother. Y'all let y'all get back at it.
I had a precept. I had a precept for him.
Hey, I'll watch you now. Step up and stuff on you.
Stay up, Shalom.
So,
go ahead.
This is the same book, 1 Kings 2:1. It says, now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong therefore, and shew thyself a man, and keep the charge of the Lord thy power to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses. And he even went back to Moses.
Yeah, like the brother just said, it's from generation to generation to generation, man. And it always got passed down to that righteous seed, man. Okay?
There's more. It says, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself, that the Lord may continue his word which he spake concerning me, saying, if thy children take heed to their way, and walk before me in truth with all their heart and with all their soul, there shall not fail thee, said he, a man on the throne of Israel.
Go ahead.
It's just like the brother was saying, man. This thing that never died, man. You know, the Most High always chose a certain man to pass it. He passed it down to whoever was going to be after him. You know, and it just kept rolling up until this day, man. The ball is still rolling, man.
Hey, and even when it said, teach these unto your children and your children's children, man.
That the throne of Israel, that he that gets on the throne of Israel should never fall. That's why the Most High, that's why we say through the Spirit, Yahweh Shem Shai set the apostles up, man. No? Because they got the righteous statutes, laws, commandments, the testimonies, the judgments. Yep. All this is back from the times of Moses, man.
And they enduring.
And they're still here. They said they ain't fell off yet, man. Yep. You know, the spirit of the Most High is on them brothers, man.
And they still humble. They still sincere. They have been put on a pedestal. Like they said, they didn't call themselves elders. Brothers did. You know what I'm saying? They didn't put these titles upon themselves. Brothers did. How and why? Because they can see. They have that spiritual eye, man. All right, that these men that the Lord set up. I'm supposed to follow these men. All right? So therefore, that's how they receive their titles. Through Yahweh Shem Shai, through men on the earth, man.
That's right.
All right? And they, till this day, will tell you, if any of y'all got their numbers, call them. You think you're going to make it? Lord willing.
Lord willing.
It's still Lord willing with them brothers, with them apostles, man. All right? With them elders. Okay? They still saying Lord willing to this day, but you got niggas, man. They just can't grasp the fact that you ain't shit, man. You gotta accept the fact that you ain't shit, and this is not your program, man. That's how it was always handed down. He said if you follow these statutes and these commandments, then you shouldn't fail, basically.
They got that old Christian mindset. Well, if I do this, I'm already saved.
Yeah, you're not. You're not saved. The brother that just called the brother Ra'ad, the head of our camp, he always told us, I'll never forget that. He said, look, if you're in a burning building and you call the fire department, you dial 911. Yeah, I'm in a burning building. I need help. You are not saved until they get you out of that house. Yes, they on the way, but you still in there. So you ain't saved. And hey, America is that burning building, man. Okay. And Yahweh Shai is the fire department, man. And we supposed to call on him in sincerity. Okay? And that's just it. That's what it is, man. Sure. Now, you can go the cheap route, sell out to Esau, you know what I'm saying? But within doing that, you're doing what? You're showing your lack of faith. And you're going to be, I'm sorry, so I'm speaking biblical. And you're justified by your faith. That's how you're going to be saved, man. You're saved by your faith. You're not saved by you keeping the laws, all the laws, or you're saved by your faith in Yahweh Shem Shai, that you, like the brother Yashimam just had a lesson, that he is, man. That you really believe that he is, all right? That's what you saved by. Because we never seen Yahweh. We never seen Yahweh Shai. All of this is all faith, man. All right? And that's why we sincere about it, and that's why we must defend the truth, because we sincere about it, man. All right? Because we believe in this, man. Okay? We believe in this, man. So when people come around, they playing around, we don't want... Hey, it's just like if you just painted your car and it's still a little wet and kids come around playing kickball. What are you going to do? Get on. All right? I just sat here and painted this car, man. I don't want you messing it up. And that's how we feel about this truth, man. This is our painted car, man. All right? This is something we hold dear to ourselves, and we take the time out to cherish it, man. So we don't want no kids playing with it. And by kids, I mean childish people. Like I said, Israel rose up to play. All right? That's what y'all doing when y'all become niggas with Bibles in y'all hands, man. Trying to rush the prophecies and all of that. This ain't your program.
I got a precept. This is St. John chapter 5 and verse 30. It says, I can of my own self do nothing. And this is Yahushua. It says, I can of my own self do nothing. And that's the Messiah, man.
He top dog.
You know? That's big bro, man. It says, as I hear, I judge. And my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me.
Meaning his judgment, it can't be tainted. It can't be corrupted because he's judging according to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, according to the Most High. All right? It's not of his will because of what? You're not supposed to have respect of persons, man. Okay?
What is it? He says, I cannot of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just. Why? Because I seek not my own will. So that judgment, any judgment comes straight from Yahweh.
Yeah.
Period.
Because it's not his own. That's why we don't. If I come to any of y'all with a problem, y'all gonna bring out scriptures. This is what we go to. Yahweh Shai can go to the Most High. We go to Yahweh Shai, to the Most High through Yahweh Shai. He's our mediator. Through this is him.
Okay.
He's written in the volume of the book. So this is what we go to for answers, man. This is not just a little Miss Muffet set on a tuffet. Not cat in the hat, man. This is real life. All right, this is the real Goosebumps book when the words come to life, man.
That's right. I got a precept.
Go ahead, brother posted a precept on here. Get that and I'm gonna get his.
All right, and this kind of ties back into the story with Solomon as well. This is Luke chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 40. And the child grew and was strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of the Most High was upon him. And then it basically talks about when he was 12 and he was at the Passover.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to just jump down to the point, which is in verse 47. It says, and all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and his answers.
Yeah.
And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt so with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing. And he said unto them, how is it that ye sought me? Wish ye not that I must be about my father's business?
Man. It's about the father's business. It's just like a father handing the business over to his son. He's going to bring him in, teaching him ropes. You do this and da-da-da-da-da-da. So when his father passes on or retire, the son can take over the business, man.
And it don't skip a beat.
It don't skip a beat. It goes right back, like you said, that Solomon goes back to that Sirach 30. It's you're there as your son, but it's your son. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we are representations of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that spitting, that image, you know what I'm saying? That image is the law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right? That's what that is.
I want to say,
go ahead, I'm going to get
Yahushai was 12 when this happened. And Kings, Solomon he's a young man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about.
And he's getting that wisdom, that knowledge, and I don't want to skip.
Hey, even before that, when he came in, before he actually officially got the throne, he got rid of his brother because his brother stood up and tried to proclaim himself king. He was still a child when he had his brother put to death, man. Why? Through the wisdom. When people saw that, they were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
The Most High is working with that dude, man. You know.
That's it to that, correct?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, this is what one of the brothers put out. What is GMS? Watch and pray. He put Psalms 34 and 14. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. And he put 15 with it. The eyes of the Most High upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. Ooh. So it goes back to the prayer. The Lord heard he came to him too. And he just said, look, I ain't going to spoil it, but what he prayed for, he received it. Because he obviously was amongst the righteous, man. All right, and that's why the Lord heard his cry. He heard his plea. And that's why when you pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, you got to pray in sincerity, man. You got to really, because you're really talking to him, man. You can't hear his response or see him, but you're really talking to him. All right? And he hear, you know what I'm saying? He hear the cries of the righteous, man. All right? Yeah, and that's a beautiful precept because I was just thinking about that I was actually going to do a lesson over that, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know how you plan on doing a lesson, you kind of procrastinate, and then another brother, man, that's, you know, and another brother, I forget who brought it up, because prayer, man, prayer is important. All right? Prayer is important, man. All right? When you going through something, you pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Even when you being chastised, man, I was riding with this brother the other day, man. I'm just riding. I just, you know, the water Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Quick little thank you. All right, why? For what? Because I'm still here. I'm in this truth. I'm still sane. I have a car. I have a job. You know, I can provide for my family to what I can, and I'm going through hell. Thank you that I'm going through hell too. You know, because what? The Lord chastised them whom He loved, man. Okay. Let's get into this king.
This is back in 1 Kings 3, and this is verse 9. I'm sorry, back from 8. It says, "And thy servant is in the midst of thy people which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people?" And the speech pleased Yahweh that Solomon had asked this thing. And the Most High said unto him, Because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither asked riches for thyself.
Salakia, can you go back up to that? Because I was walking into the page.
Yeah, kind of back.
I want to get that word wisdom and then understand it.
Kind of. This is verse 9. It says, "Give 1 Kings 3 and 9. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart."
Yep. Give thy servant an understanding heart, an understanding mind. All right. In order for judgment, you gotta understand why you're judging somebody for whatever reason you're judging them for. All right. Go ahead.
"To judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad."
Yeah. Go ahead.
"For who is able to judge this thy so great a people?"
Yeah, because Israel is a great people, like I said before, and you know how Jake is now. You know, they was around the same then too, man. They been hard-headed, you know what I'm saying, nagging about this and that. Like, look, the Lord had just saved them out of Egypt, and they already crying about going back, crying about whatever you providing us with ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying?
We should have died in Egypt.
Yeah, we should have just died in Egypt. You brought us out here. You know, you got them definitions?
Hey, if I may, just a quick little point. That's how we know who our people is today. Because our people do the same stuff, man. You know, they said, "I'm gonna send you to a rebellious people." You come to Jake with the scriptures. Jake always gonna buck up against it, man. Every time, man. From the old down to the young, they gonna buck up.
Yep.
You know, that's how we know Israel is who they is.
That's why the scriptures say, make our foreheads hard against their foreheads, man. Tell you that in Ezekiel. Because you gotta really get buck with them, basically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because or else they gonna gonna just do a bunch of extra stuff because they ain't really trying to get right at the end of the day. All right, you got them, Mike?
You want to understand me?
Yeah. If you got it, go ahead. You know, you gotta, man. It all comes down to what you really want. Why are you serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai? All right, you need to ask yourself that. And the scriptures tell you that. It said, "Examine thyself that thou be in the faith," man. Why are you here? All right? And if you ask that question to yourself every day and do what you're supposed to be doing, man, you giving diligence to make your calling of the election sure. Because that's all you can do. All right? Because if you're not being sincere about it, guess what? You're going to be weeded out anyway. Because when them bad times come, them evil times, them dark days, when you can't get it, when you can't just find work, when the dollar didn't crash, when the chip is mandatory, when Jacob's trouble, man. When Jacob's trouble come about on a full scale, all right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you wasn't sincere when it wasn't bad, you ain't gonna really be rocking for Yahweh Shai then, man. You got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 9:9-5. Says to discern, for the word understanding, to discern, understand, consider, to perceive, discern, to understand, know with the mind, to observe. Says a mark given heed to, distinguish, consider, to have discernment, insight, understanding, to be discerning, intelligent, discreet, having understanding, to understand the cause, to understand, give understanding or teach, to show oneself discerning.
Hey, to teach somebody, you gotta understand something of what you teaching them, man. Like the apostles, they understand these scriptures, and they taught us to understand these scriptures. And guess what? If we have any fruit, we teach them how to understand these scriptures, man. Okay, that the Ethiopian, when you read in Acts, he was reading in the book of Isaiah. He didn't understand something. I believe it was Philip. I believe it was Philip that was sent to him to give him the understanding on what he didn't understand, man. Okay? And it also goes with judgment. It also goes with being a leader. It also goes with properly dealing with situations. All right? And at the end of the day, it goes into serving Yahweh Shai. Because if you don't understand why you serving them, what are you here for? You're going to lose yourself, man. Okay? It speaks about that in, I believe, James. That's if you looking in a mirror, and then as soon as you stop looking in that mirror, you forget who you was. All right? Because you don't even know why you're here, man. All right, go ahead.
Says to cause to understand, give understanding, to teach, to show oneself discerning or attentive, consider diligently, to teach or instruct, says prudent or regard.
Okay, kind of, yeah. All right.
There's a word he read in there to give more clarity to it, perceive. Just to give, this is dictionary.com. It says to become aware of, know, or identify by means of the senses. To recognize, discern, envision, or understand. Now, what I really wanted to get was this here in the origin. It says to obtain, gather, also metaphorically to grasp with the mind.
Yeah.
So you have to, it has to be embedded in you. You have to really
have a firm hold on
it. Yeah, to grasp with the mind. When you grasp, you take a hold of it. You know what I'm saying? Just like it tells us to take a hold of wisdom, that's how you're supposed to, the same with understanding, man.
You gotta be a firm believer.
Exactly.
You gotta be stuck in your ways when it comes to this truth. All right? You gotta be, in order, or else you're gonna do it, you're gonna lose yourself, like I just said before that. You're gonna lose yourself. And that's what's happening with a lot of people. They're losing themselves, man, because they're getting beside themselves, thinking they more than what they are, man, because knowledge do puff up. The scriptures tell you that. So once they learn a little something, they think they somebody. But the scriptures say you still nobody. Him that think that he's somebody, let him out to know that he's nobody. That he's nothing, man. These scriptures is here to guide you, and yet you read them, but that don't apply to me. Let me go over here where it talks about, no. You gotta eat the whole roll, man. All right, go ahead.
This is back in 1 Kings.
Did you know the definition for wise?
Yeah, bring that out right quick.
Okay, yeah, this is H2450. It says wise, wise man, skillful in technical work, wise in administration.
Wise in administration, all right.
Shrewd, crafty, cunning, wily, or subtle.
Hey, and I was because the brothers and Dallas were just speaking about, being subtle, being crafty, so to speak. Not in a wicked sense, but hell, if you out there teaching and the cops come up, you know what I'm saying? Wise as a serpent. Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. That's what wisdom allows you to do. Know when to do know what to do at a certain time, man. Okay? That's what wisdom allows you to do, man. Because if you don't have wisdom, you're just going to be what? Some raging man. You just going to think that it's actually just about calling a white man the devil. When this truth is way more than that. It's way more than that. All right? Go ahead,
It says, learn, shrewd, class of men, prudent. Then it says wise, ethically, and religiously.
Yep, and ethically goes back to what? Morals. All right, things that you've been taught up, you've been brought up in. Okay, things that our fathers should have taught us, but the Lord said our spiritual fathers. Okay, that taught us wisdom, that gave us wisdom through Him, through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right,
and it basically made a separation because it's talking about being wise in the spirit and being like wise in the word, not being wise in the world and all that folly. Yeah. It's two different types of wisdom.
Being subtle to get over on people, you know.
Exactly.
Bamboozle people. It's being subtle to get out of hey, Paul, I'm a Roman. What y'all doing? Hold up. You know, say, oh, yeah, okay, you're Roman. Okay, we gonna put you in prison there, you know.
Opposed to, I'm shaving because I'm a Roman.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
It's the same excuse, but it's used in two different ways.
Yep, good point. All right, good point. Hey, the brother put another, this is Proverbs 15:22. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established. So you gotta have the right people, man. Okay? Because if you give us a plan, 15 and 22 Proverbs, you give us something, if you give, let's say you give our camp, we got 4 people in our camp, you give our camp objective to do, and you give some niggas off the street the same objective, we gonna get it done, man, because we're properly counseled, all right? We know, hey, man, don't procrastinate with this. Let's say we got a lesson to do, we got to read 4 chapters, you know what I'm saying, as a camp. They not gonna get, niggas off the street ain't worried about reading the Bible, man, okay? So it's gonna be like, I gotta do it, I'm disappointed, whatever, but with us, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get to that business. That's why the Lord set up able men. Okay, it goes back into the able men, and everybody is not able. The administration, and everybody's not able. Everybody wanna, like, you just meet Jake on the street. Yeah, I'm ready for the second coming, but they don't even really know what's gonna happen when the second coming because they've been bamboozled by their pastor, man. Yeah. All right, they've been lied to. Okay, so they're not even really expecting death. They're not expecting judgment. They're not expecting not to make it. All right, they ain't gonna know what's going on. Okay. Go ahead. We gotta finish that.
It's 1 Kings chapter 3. This verse 3 and verse 9. Chapter 3 and verse 9 says, "Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people?" And the speech pleased the Lord that Solomon had asked this thing. And the Most High said unto him, Because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies, but has asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment.
Yeah, man. You should, us as in this truth, we should pray for that, man. You should constantly pray that the Lord allow you to understand things, retain things, endure things, you know what I'm saying? That He keep your spirit, that He keep, don't put you off, man. Because you can go any day, man. It's been great men, so to speak, that fell out. You know what I'm saying? People that look like they would definitely make it, I feel like the Lord did that to show the more sincere brothers, like, make sure you stay humble. Because you can go at any moment. It don't matter if you head of a camp of 10, 15, 20, or 2. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord wants you gone, you gone, man. So you got to constantly pray to the Lord in sincerity what you want Him to do for you, man. You can't pray for a fucking Lamborghini, man. You don't need no Lamborghini. What do you need a Lamborghini for? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can pray for it, but, like, what do you really need it for, man? You know?
Yeah, just the point that you made, that goes back to the, it's a book in Romans, scripture in Romans, it says that the Most High, He has set somebody else up in your stead.
Yep.
You know, so don't think that you can't be pulled out. You know,
oh, when they're talking about the branches?
Yeah, the branches. Yep. You know, the Most High can
Don't think highly of yourself.
Yeah, don't think highly. The Most High snatch that shit from you, man. Not that shit, He'll snatch everything from you.
Yep. And give it to somebody else, man.
More worthy. It says, verse 12, it says...
And that's, honestly, that's the beautiful thing about this truth. So like we're cutting you off. Because you don't know whether you're going to make it or not. You just know the Lord gave, like the brother was talking about on the phone, the Lord, you got an objective. And you got to get it done. The mission, what is the mission about? All right, the mission is about serving the Lord. And it's really, it's serving the Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, whether you make it or not. Really, that's the mission. Serving and worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? That's the mission.
Back in Kings, verse 12, it says, Behold, I have done according to thy word. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee. Mm-hmm. Neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee.
And I think that that's a beautiful point, for the simple fact is nobody was like Solomon except Solomon. You know, but it was just a better Solomon. It was Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because he was the only one that came on the scene, kept the law perfect, you know what I'm saying, and did all the right things, man. Set as that perfect example. All right? Because he was Solomon. Okay? He just came back and he got it right this time, man. Okay?
I just want to say something that I got in scripture. And the way he did it, man, he didn't want some kernel for himself.
Yeah.
He put the nation first. You know what I'm saying? The bigger cause. It's not about what I need, what I want. What do we as a people need?
When else did he do that?
And then he did it when he was Yahweh Shai. And then that goes into the scripture I got, which is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 10. It says, Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai with eternal glory.
So everything is, all of this goes down to the elect, man. We're making this video right here so the elect can be woken up, you know, according to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Keep that ball rolling.
Exactly. Because if we stop, Nate ain't gonna do it. Zabakian ain't gonna do it. ISUPK, nobody else is gonna do it, man. But honestly, through the spirit of Yahweh, we can't stop. Cause this is our life, man. You know, and if you really cherish something, you're gonna hold it dear, man. Okay? And you're gonna do what you have to do to take care of it. Cause spiritually, we feel like if we stop, nobody's gonna be there to defend the truth, man. All right. And I'm not saying that like we are the shit. I'm just saying that's why we keep going through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because He set us up to defend this, and we're gonna defend this, man. All right, and we're gonna bring the truth out. We're gonna talk about the so-called white man. We're gonna cuss them out as far as the judgment, man. We're gonna let them know about themselves. We're gonna expose them. That's the word. We're gonna expose them. Okay.
Who can but prophesy?
Who can but prophesy, man? Kinda.
This is verse 13. It says, "And I have also given thee that which thou has not asked."
And you know what? That probably would have helped out a lot of people that fell out for the most part. Of course, it's ultimately Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's will. But y'all know when y'all first came in, that fire you had, who can but prophesy? You telling everybody and their mama, literally, you know what I'm saying? If you wouldn't forgot where you came from, you'd remembered that moment. You know what I'm saying? You could have humbled yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was on fire for this, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it was nothing like you ever heard of. That's why he was saying in the scripture, he got some authority. I've never heard nothing like this, man, because we felt the same way. All right? Yeah, I just wanted to bring that out. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a beautiful point, bro. This is verse 13. It says, "And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. And if thou wilt walk in my ways to keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days. So that's what gives you lengthen the days, man. You know, that's exactly what we're talking about the whole time, man. He said, if you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments.
Not 7 transplants.
You know?
Heart transplants. You know, it does for a while, but obviously, you know, it's over, man. The Lord,
on the left-hand side.
Yes, it's on the left-hand side, man. You know? But we talking about the right-hand side. We're talking about righteousness, okay? They doing wicked things to stay alive. We trying to, you know, we're doing what we supposed to be doing righteously to obtain that everlasting salvation, man. All right?
It says, and Solomon awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And he came to Jerusalem and stood before the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and offered up burnt offerings, and offered peace offerings, and made a feast to all his servants. Now it goes into the women.
Yeah, I did want to get that story that we because he needed wisdom to have the proper judgment on, you know, and to discern that situation, man. This is fresh after he received his blessing too, you know.
This is verse 16. It says, then came there 2 women that were harlots unto the king and stood before him. And the one woman said, O my lord, I and this woman dwell in one house, and I was delivered of a child with her in the house. And it came to pass the 3rd day after that I was delivered, that this woman was delivered also. And we were together. There was no stranger with us in the house, save we 2 in the house. And this,
and it's like I said, there was no stranger with us in the house. So pretty much nobody was there to be a witness, man.
No witnesses.
There's no witnesses. All right? It's her word against her word. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And this woman's child died in the night because she overlaid it. And she arose at midnight and took my son from beside me while thy handmaid slept, and laid it in her bosom, and laid her dead child in my bosom. And when I rose in the morning to give my child suck, behold, it was dead.
Yeah.
But when I had considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son which I did bear.
Yeah, and you know, she trying to get over on her. She like, well, my child's dead. I'm going to give you my dead child and take your child as my child. You know what I'm saying?
Like she ain't going to know her child.
Like she ain't going to know what the child look like.
It says, and the other woman said, nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son.
But you know what? It goes to show you how far people will go to be right. You know what I'm saying? To win, you know what I'm saying? You got to take L's, man. All right? You just got to take L's because she obviously knew that she was going to know that was her child when she seen, like, hold up, wait, this is the child I went to sleep with.
She already had her story prepared.
She had her, because there wasn't no witnesses, man.
Yeah.
Okay? Ain't no witnesses.
And that also just shows, like, the wickedness of the nigga woman even back then, you know what I'm saying? You slept on your child. It's your fault your kid's dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now you want to come, you know, fuck up somebody else's life. That's, you know what I'm saying, almost equivalent to like an abortion, you know what I'm saying, these days.
Yeah.
Which is running rampant in Israel.
It says,
except for abortions, they purposely get the kid, you know what I'm saying? You know, but it's equivalent to people stealing babies from the hospital. You know what I'm saying? People be stealing babies from the hospital and everything. You know, go ahead though.
It says, verse 22, and the other woman said, nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son.
She really pleading her cause. All right, knowing damn well she lying, she wrong. Go ahead.
And this said, no, but the dead is thy son, and the living is my son. Thus they spake before the king. Then said the king, the one said, this is my son that liveth, and thy son is the dead, and the other said, nay.
Yeah, I mean, that was the actual woman that was speaking, but the other one that came after her, she was really pleading her cause. Now the king like, man, look, you saying this, you saying that, then this is what happens.
It says, but thy son is the dead, and my son is the living. And the king said, bring me a sword, and they brought a sword before the king.
Mm-hmm.
And the king said, divide the living child in two, and give half to the one and half to the other.
Yep. So everybody gonna win. We got no witnesses. We're gonna divide the child in two. Y'all both can have a piece. Go ahead.
Then spake the woman who the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son. And she said, O my lord, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. But the other said, let it be neither mine nor thine, but divided. So she didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It says, then the king answered and said, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof.
Yeah, so he knew by wisdom and proper discernment what to do. He knew how to figure out who was the mother of the child by wisdom, man. Okay? By the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Alright? Because he like, okay, well, we're going to cut the kid in half. Y'all both get a piece. And the one, obviously, she don't want to see her son get cut in half. But the other one was like, okay, I'm cool with it.
She rather lose her son forever than see her son be murdered.
Exactly. Kind of, yep.
It says, then the king answered and said, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof. And all Israel heard of the judgment which the king had judged, and they feared the king.
Yeah, he like, what? He got a sword? He was about to split the kid in half? Oh, but, okay, I see why he did that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This mess.
Yeah.
It says, for they saw that the wisdom of the Most High was in him to do judgment.
To do judgment, man. Because our people got a hard time with judgment. You know, they say that only God can judge me. Yeah, you're right. He's judging you through me now. You know? That's a book of Judges, you know? The Lord always had judges. Said that we can judge the angels, man. All right? Matthew chapter 7 speak all about judgment, man. But you got to have wisdom. All right? You got to have, like, that's why when women go through problems, they go to who? They mamas, who went through the same problems and handled it how she did, who went to her mama, and on and on. And nobody went to women how women handle things in the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
So we have an ongoing generation of bullshit.
Exactly. You know, because what? They didn't have that wisdom, because that wisdom went back to the word ethically, right? You know, which is synonymous with morals, things that you are brought up in, man. And our people are not brought up in these laws, statutes, and commandments, therefore they don't know how to operate. They don't know how to properly discern situations, man. They don't know how to judge things, okay? Because they have no wisdom, okay? They have no knowledge, all right? Because they can't fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's why they can't receive those things, man. Those are gifts. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the scriptures is a gift, man. It's a gift of grace, all right? And a lot of people, I mean, not a lot of people, everybody doesn't have grace. The Lord said himself, I'm mercy to you, I show mercy to whom I show mercy, man. Grace is a gift of mercy. All of that is synonymous with each other, right? With faith, all right? So, yeah, man, we wanted to bring that out. You know, I thought that was a pretty nice story, like the brother said. And the brother put on the comment board, he took himself out the equation, man. He put himself behind it, and he put the nation first, man. All right, and he did that as well as when he was Yahweh Shai as well. Okay.
These niggas like everybody Bentleys and
yeah,
shit like that, man. Fucking over their own people. When you had a man that stood for Israel, man.
And the brother, I still dwelling on what the brother had brought out too. You know what I'm saying? In the presence or the absence, man. Okay. Because his father was gone, but he like, I gotta keep the law, statutes, and commandments, right? You know, even Yahushua, he's like, man, I'm around all of this BS, you know, but I gotta keep my integrity. You know, I gotta stay on the mission. All right, the Lord sent me down, the Most High. You know, my Father sent me down here on a mission, and I gotta fulfill it. You know, my goal is to fulfill that mission, and that should be our goal, because our mission is to do what? All right, read, watch, and pray. Okay? Them is the only 3 words you need. You know what to read, all right? You know what to watch for, and you know what to pray for. Okay?
This is Matthew 24:35. It says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away.
Yep.
So the word, by the word not passing away, just what the brother was saying, is passed down.
Yep.
It's passed down. And even even when this place is destroyed, the words are still going to be continued. It's going to be in our hearts, man.
Yep, we're getting a new covenant. We're getting the words written within our inward parts, man. Basically, you're already going to automatically not go off. You know?
For real.
You know, and because to do with that, we're going to have our everlasting kingdom. Okay? So, yeah, man, with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Okay, and salutation to you out there doing the truth and sincerity, and blessing to the elect of Yasharahla. Stay up, continue to pray to get up out of here, man. You know, shalom.
Shalom. Kwam Yasharahla.
Khan.
Kwam no. Kwam Habachiyah. That's how you say Habachiyah.